It is September 20th, 2019, and I am grocery shopping. Well, just finished. And I'm overland. This is going to be the first time. I think I might have done a live on Upualofa, but if not, here's a small intro on this page. So this page is all my pages are about God, love, and uplifting people. But this page is especially for poetry, either poetry I've written or my favorite authors have written. It's all love, like relationships between spouses, between girlfriends and boyfriends, between anything that would be considered super mushy. This is that page. And I wanted to do a page like this separate from my other two pages because I wanted to give my perspective of being single, my aspirations of having a relationship, how I envision my future marriage, and to give hope to those that have lost hope in love, whether they've lost a spouse or a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, through death, or lost a spouse because they were together forever and then finally called it quits, lost hope in the dating, want to keep track of our time, the dating scene, especially here in Utah. Most of you guys know that I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and it's hard to date. And then you have it if you're older, it's even harder to date. So yesterday when I had like my live blitz, like giving out like 2 lives per page, except this one I didn't because I was hella losing my voice. I decided to wait. And so a few things that have been on my mind is rest. That's why I gave you guys a rest from my posting today. Rest, divorce, and finding hope in your singlehood. So rest, I feel like sometimes when you see self-made hustlers or self-made entrepreneurs, influencers, a common thread in their message is rest when you're dead. And I get it, like the urgency of getting messages out and uplifting, impacting people is very important. But I feel like in your journey of whatever you're trying to do to impact people, it'd be very smart to rest. Don't be so diehard, and it's up to you. You guys don't have to take any of my advice on anything on any of my pages, but just as I'm in the midst of trying to get to where I'm going, I can be obsessive. Is it obsessive? Maybe it is possessive. Maybe it's both. I really need to look up my words. So not knowing your words is due to too much rest. But point is, get your rest. Don't be so diehard for the message that you're trying to put out that you don't rest. Because what's the use of you not getting any message out? I mean, you getting any message out and you haven't taken the time to rest. So I feel like that coincides with protecting your peace and protecting your health. Is if you don't rest, you're gonna die out. Hi, brother Jamel. If you're not following my brother Jamel at Jam as _AZIAM, go follow him. He has a beautiful voice. Okay, so the reason I was thinking about divorce is because yesterday I talked about the OR project, where people are working on killing off human trafficking through Tim Ballard's program. And so after I gave that live yesterday, I was thinking about my parents' marriage, how they ended in divorce, and now they're good friends. They are kind of cuckoo, but they're good friends. And then just seeing my siblings in their marriages, and then having besties that have divorced and then remarried, seeing all that process. And what I would have to say, if you're in a blended family, don't be that step parent that uses the kids against your spouse. So if you share children and your ex-spouse has remarried or is dating, don't be petty. And the reason I say don't be petty, because I've been that child where I've had a parent be petty, and it hurts the child. Like, I don't get why people that are divorced don't get the lesson or the message. Don't use the kids. Don't use the kids against your ex, because you're hurting the ex and you're pissing them off and you're like getting on their nerves, but at the end of the day, you're hurting the kid. And then you're creating a space where in the kids' self-esteem, in their mindset, that's how they're going to act when they go out and start dating. And it's just going to be a, like, not only a domino effect, but it's going to be a never ending cycle. And if they're smart, if the kid is smart and doesn't like continue that cycle, then that's all the more better for the kid. But you as the adult, don't use your kids as pawn to get on your ex's nerves. You're selfish, in my opinion. You're selfish. You need help. And you're probably thinking I'm being super offensive and like you're not receiving this, and you could say a million things about me about being single and not knowing the dynamics of being in a relationship. But I can tell you that being the child, from their perspective, you are hurting them. You are damaging them. You're causing them the brokenness that they don't need. Because why? You want the upper hand and the power in your relationship, so you figure you're going to use your kids. Like, you need to get serious help. And I probably sound like the biggest B, but I don't care if it's going to help you to act right and to get yourself right so you can kill the cycle and help your kids. I just don't get parents and adults that make it about them. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, if you don't have the common sense to not do that, at least have the empathy to think, okay, let me put myself in my kids' shoes. If I'm doing this, how's it affecting them? Am I being the best role model for them? Am I truly loving them in the way that they need to be loved? That is my soapbox for the day on divorced people or people that are in blended families. Get over yourself. Find the needed help you need through either a therapist or God or a good friend. But get yourself right for these kids. Man, I want to do like an hour of just yelling at parents that use their kids as pawn. And if you're in a relationship and you know that you've exhausted all possible avenues to save your marriage, save your relationship, and it's still at the end of the day making you unhappy, making you act toxic, or accepting your significant other's toxic ways, or whatever, get out. Get out. The theme of this week has been, for me, life is too short to not do the things that make you happy. Life is too short to hold back. Life is too short to just be stupid. And so, get out. And I gotta get away because I feel like this random person is... Okay. If you can hear that, yeah. That was Biggie passing by. Anyways, So that rest your body and your soul and your mind. Rest your drama if you're dramatic in a blended family, or you're deciding whether or not you should stick with a relationship. There was a third thing. Dang. This is what I get for going off on that. But I'm just passionate about kids, and I love kids, and I just hope you adults understand. I was telling my best friend just the other day, I wish parents would understand, like, you are so itchy to tell single parents or single people, like, oh, you're so lucky you don't have bills, you don't have kids, you don't have however many other worries that come with kids. But I'm telling you, to be single today in 2019, to be single and wonder, like, will there ever be a person out there that we could be with to journey through life? To be single today, I would take all your bills and have kids in a second, because the loneliness of singlehood sucks, and you have the opportunity to mold children into these great people. But if you're just sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, I have so many kids, or oh my gosh, these kids get on my nerves, I'd rather have kids all day long than have no one to come home to, no little mini-me's to have them ask me a zillion questions, because children are gifts. Children are gifts. And even though those gifts comes with responsibility, you would rather have that, I tell you, instead of being out here single in 2019, dealing with people that are special. So, message for today, get your rest your drama, and count your blessings. And those blessings are your kids. Don't use them as pawns to get a one-up on whoever you're with or was with. Get your life. And so I'm going to go get my life and rest this voice, because it's been on overdrive on these lives. But I love you guys. Thank you for following me. Thank you for enduring my I don't think it's lectures. I feel like they're gems, forever gems. But take with you what you will. If you can't receive this whole message because you're not in a place right now, mentally, emotionally, come back. And I will be back with more. I love you guys. Have a good weekend. Be safe.